There's a difference right there. Health with Liz, it's really spot on. So, medical medium information is for the people who I believe are spiritually led either by God or by the angels, or I can't tell you how many stories I've heard in the last 35 plus years, right? How many stories of, I walked into a bookstore, or I bumped into somebody at the health food store and they said, you have to find Anthony William. And then when I turned around, they were gone. And it was like, it was an angel. I heard that so many times over the years. So I was down on my last breath. I tried so many doctors. I was financially ruined. I lost my career. I lost my husband. I lost everything. I'm literally sick. I could barely get out of bed. I was at the health food market trying to gather some things, and I bumped into somebody, and they said, you have to find Anthony William. This is 20 years ago. You have to find Anthony William. And they wrote down the number, and then they turned around, the person was gone like they didn't even exist. I can't tell you how, look, I am said 100% true. It's how I found you. I can't tell you how many stories it was spiritually led. Like literally intervention from a higher source, from the angels, from God, from the great divine, from, if someone thinks the universe, from the universe then. Let it be the universe. But it was, it was that way. And that's how thousands upon thousands of people found medical medium information. Ichoda says, I went the science-approved route for decades with no answers. Only got sicker. Medical medium information saved me. And so you guys, I'm going to cut a little bit more watermelon here. I got to do orange slices as well. So let me get this. This looks like an incredible watermelon, by the way. I haven't had this watermelon yet. I just picked up a couple of watermelons, right? I didn't go to the store, I haven't been able to go to a store for a long time, long before COVID, because when everybody says, well, hey, wait, isn't that the medical medium? And then the next thing you know it, I'm helping them, of course, but then when my family says, where have you been for the last 6 hours? And I'm like, well, in the health food store. And there was 20 people, 30 people there, and I'm doing readings now in the health food store. And that happened for so many years that I had to stop going because I would never make it back home. And then my family would be like, did you die? Where did you go? Are you alive? You went to go pick up 2 things from the store and you never came back. And so I had to stop going to the store. Lizzie Boo 23 says, yes, that's how I feel. Like my prayers have been answered when I found you in spirit. A lot of people, it's spiritually driven. It's spiritually designed. I don't know what, providential. I don't know what you call it, right? It's just really unbelievable. So I'm doing some slices right here of orange, you guys. So I'm putting these beautiful oranges right here on this plate. How do you pick a watermelon? I'll tell you right now. I don't have another one on hand. Darn it. Okay, so you got the watermelon. Imagine there's a watermelon. Let's do a watermelon meditation right now, you guys. Imagine there's a watermelon in between my hands right now. And you got to make sure, number one, that the ends, right where the stem went in and right on the butt of the watermelon, you got to make sure they don't push in and they're not rotten, right? That's the first thing you do. And now, if one of those ends pushes in or is soft on the end, like, you know what I mean? Where the vine goes in at the top and at the bottom of the watermelon, that little button at the bottom of the watermelon, you make sure that doesn't, like, get squishy right there or anything, right? The DG says, everyone told me not to follow you, so I threw your book away. Said it was anti-Christian, but I'm back and I'm still a Christian. Yay, still a Christian, thank God. Well, I don't know what the Christians have against me. They keep on saying something like this, like in the Bible. They'll say, and there were sorcerers. And there were sorcerers those who speak gospel, but they're doing witchery and things and whatnot, right? That's in the Bible, right? You're laughing. DG, you're laughing. And, so stay away from medical medium. But wait a minute. Medical medium loves Christians. So, what? Look, I'll tell you why the Christians don't like not all Christians, but some of the Christians don't like me, all right? Just be straight out. Let's just talk about it. They don't like me because I hear a voice outside of my ear, okay? And look, I get it. I totally get it. Like when I think about that, since just being young, that it was never an easy road for me, right? But I always thought, and there's a lot of Christians that don't mind, because Christians, I notice that a lot of good Christians, they have an open heart and they have compassion. So they say, look, the guy hears a voice from the outside of his ear. He's saving lives. He's doing, obviously, God's work in some way. Yeah, I don't like the fact that he hears a voice on the outside of his ear, which means prophet, right? That's what that means when you hear a voice on the outside of the ear. That means prophet, right? Because it's not inside. It's on the outside. And then they say, well, that doesn't go with what our belief system is, but you know what? He's doing good work and I love him, right? So you get Christians who are like, I can put this aside and work with this guy. And then you get some Christians that are like, no, he hears the devil, whatever. So the devil wants you on wild blueberries, I guess, right? The devil wants you healed of all your viruses and all your diseases and conditions. I guess the devil wants you guys to, eat all your leafy greens, right? But, I'm not making fun of Christians at all. I mean, no way. I love Jesus Christ. Just for the record. And, and I've had, when I was working on people all these years, right, have people that are just, they're in different faiths, right? So whether they're Jewish, and they would come to my office and they were Jewish, and they'd be like, you know what, I'm Jewish, Anthony, you love Jesus Christ, I'm having a hard time with this, but, and I don't believe Jesus was my Savior, I don't believe Jesus Christ was the Messiah, so because, I'm Jewish, but you know what, I need your help, I'm very sick, and it's okay if you love Jesus Christ and, and believe in Jesus Christ, right? So that I would run into that too with different faiths and stuff, right? But I'm supportive of everyone. I'm supportive of everyone with every faith. It doesn't matter what it is. I'm supportive of everyone on this planet. I'm supportive if someone believes we're on a rock, they don't believe in God, we just float around on a rock. I'm supportive if someone believes that God snapped his fingers and we somehow appeared on this planet. I'm supportive no matter who, what, where. And that's important to know. But I can tell you guys something. Someday I'm going to write a spiritual book, right? Like all spiritual someday. And because Spirit of Compassion has a tremendous amount of information about all this, and it would blow your mind, because my pastime, and my pastime in the hobby is, outside of all the medical stuff, is asking Spirit of Compassion all the questions you guys probably want answered about the universe, about the solar system, about the different planets, about planet Mars, about everything, right? And that's kind of what I do, is I ask Spirit of Compassion all these questions and get incredible answers. Answers that just absolutely mind-blowing, right? And, honestly, stuff I've heard from Spirit of Compassion that would just make your mind just blow up, but anyway, it's just fun talking about it for a moment. But the bottom line is there's a lot of Christians that they've been sick, really sick, and they can, and they can put certain things they've read in the Bible aside a little bit, right? Kayla, Healthy Lifestyle. Good to see you. I'm glad you're on here. Amy Batchelor, AW's compassion is a healing balm in of itself. Healthy life feels good. Kayla, what's going on? You there still? Did you get kicked off yet? Are you there? Kayla's an amazing person, amazing human being. Honored to know her. Amy Batchelor, also a good friend of mine. I saw Amy Batchelor. Trying to read all the comments at the same time while talking. Maniza says, Anthony, can you talk about why people think that when there is suffering, it means it's an absence of God? We'll have to do something on that. We'll talk about that sometime when we get a chance. You guys, I made another fruit plate, so here's this one right here. I want to show you guys. Glad you're on here, Maniza. It's an honor to have you here. So I got these 2 fruit platters. I don't know if you guys can see this, right? How's it look on TikTok? Clubhouse. You guys, I got these 2 killer fruit platters. They're insane. Like, we're talking about strawberries, papaya, bananas. I got watermelon. I got oranges right here. And this is like the real intense fruit platters right here. Like, this is not like the faint of heart fruit platters, right? Can you imagine somebody that just got brainwashed at their practitioner's office, right? That fruit is so bad for them. Can you imagine them walking all of a sudden into this right there, to these fruit platters? They'd be so scared out of their lives. They'd be like scared to death after coming out of their dietitian or nutritionist or functional medicine doctor or Chinese medicine doctor or whatever, or chiropractor's office, right? Chiropractors are infamous for telling people to stay away from fruit. And all of a sudden they walk into these fruit platters. I mean, can you imagine? But it's not irresponsible. Health of Liz, right? It's funny. It's not irresponsible. It's the information is here of why fruit is okay. Why fruit is more than okay. It doesn't feed pathogens. It doesn't feed bugs or microorganisms that are bad. It doesn't feed bacteria in your gut. It doesn't feed anything. This is the stuff that actually starves out bacteria. Did you know that? Did you know that when you eat fruit, you starve out all the bacteria? You starve it out. That's what this does. That's what it does. Yeah. I'm a chiro and promote your work. No hate against fruit. Amazing. What's your tagline? Operation LFG. Incredible. Honored to have you here on TikTok. Amazing. No, I love chiropractors. That's not it. There's some incredible healers out there. Was told I'd become diabetic if I eat too much fruit. Yeah, totally. Yeah, but you're allowed to eat cacao, right? Right? They want you on cacao? Lots of cacao, right? Of course. And that's what happens. You know? It's a phone call coming in. I think my doctor's calling me now. I think so. I'm waiting for my doctor to call. He said he was calling.